Let me play my music one more time. Just one more time. What is good, y'all? What is going on, everybody? I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I kept pushing this live back so many times. My bad, y'all. My bad. Y'all, I be tired. I'm only one woman. Y'all, I really think that I might be getting feedback from my other room. I am getting feedback from my other room. Y'all, give me one moment, please. One moment. What's good, Taylor May? And what's good to a glitzy lady? Y'all, my other laptop got this live playing over there. So let me go turn this mess off. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Oh, Eva 904. Happy birthday, Eva 904. Happy birthday. But yeah, okay. I wanted to come here and talk to y'all about Big Brother. Y'all, I was procrastinating about talking about it because y'all, it just be so much to unpack. Hey, Shelby. It'd be a lot to really unpack from one single episode of Big Brother. And I don't know how many of y'all are actually following the game. But as I introduced to y'all last week, whenever I brought it up for the discussion, I was telling y'all about the people who are currently in the game because the game just started. And last night we had our first eviction from the Big Brother house. So let me go and grab that picture so I can show y'all. I'm just scrolling, y'all. I'm scrolling. Okay. So this is my Big Brother picture. And these are all the people here. Now, interestingly enough, if y'all watched last night's episode of Big Brother, y'all would have seen that Travis, this one right here, he was a skater boy. They said, see you later, boy. You ain't good enough for Big Brother. You were a skater boy. They say, see you later, boy. They got rid of Travis. Travis got the boot, y'all. Now, my last review, whenever I was talking to y'all, I was telling y'all, and I hope that y'all can follow my mouse. On my last review, whenever I was talking to y'all, I was telling y'all that it was Kylan and Alyssa on the block. But then Derek X won the power of veto. Derek X used the power of veto to save Kylan off the block. Because Kylan got saved off the block, then it was actually left. It was left for Frenchie to put a new person on the block. And when Frenchie had to put a replacement nominee on the block, he picked Travis. So then it was Travis and Alyssa up there. Travis ended up going home, y'all. Travis went home. So that's what happened with that. Let me take my picture down. I'll bring it back up if we need it, y'all. Travis was a skater boy. They said, see you later, boy. But, yeah, bye, Travis. Bye, bitch, bye. Bitch, bye. But one thing that I do want to talk about as far as what happened on last night. So Travis got evicted. After Travis was evicted, they had another HOH competition in which Kylan, I got to put the picture back up. until y'all know these people. Kylan, this one right here that they was trying to get out initially, he won the HOH competition. So now he is the new person in power of the house, to where this week he can determine who is going to be on the block and who is potentially going to go home. It's interesting when you see the change or the turn of events like this, because this man's life was on the line at one point. Just a couple of days ago. And it was all through happenstance and chance that he ended up winning the HOH. Well, he got taken off the block, but then he won the HOH, and now he is going to be able to live to fight another day. Yeah, Kylan won. Kylan won the HOH, y'all. Glitzy. Girl, you know I had this thing scheduled for 11, but whenever I saw your comment, I didn't want you to fall asleep. So I just wanted to come on ahead and do the live. It's hard operating 2 channels, y'all. I don't see how people could do it. I'm trying to grow this channel organically. But sometimes I feel like with me trying to still do what I do on my other channel and then pay attention to this channel too, it gets to be a bit much, y'all. And I never even thought that I was going to feel like a celebrity like that, but I feel like a celebrity because, you know, I'm only one woman. But I got to really dedicate myself and do what I said I was going to do. Especially when I have people like y'all out here waiting to hear what I got to say. But okay, so yeah. Colonist HOH. Y'all, the one thing that I'm wild with. And hold up, Glitzy, do you watch Big Brother, Glitzy? I don't know if you watch it or not. Glitzy, if you watch Big Brother, Glitzy, you might could be my co-host every now and then. Thank you, Shelby. I really am looking for somebody to talk real time Big Brother with. And like I found out that Langston, who is called Talent. Oh, Glitzy. If I drop the link, you're gonna come up. I found out that Langston, who is called Talent, on here, he's a Big Brother fan. And now he has been putting Sassy on to Big Brother. I found out, y'all, Miss Playful is a Big Brother fan. Who else? It's a couple people that are the Big Brother fan. Oh, Glitzy said just text her. Okay. But yeah, so Glitzy said Frenchie will blow up everyone's game because he's too paranoid. You know, I think Frenchie started off playing too fast. I think Frenchie started playing too hard and too fast. But what did you expect him to do? He was the first HOH. He didn't know any of these people. He just up in the house with all these strangers. He didn't know anybody in order to be able to trust them. I do feel like there is a disadvantage of being the first HOH. Yeah, true enough, when you're the first HOH, you have safety. But as the first HOH, you don't know any of these people and you just have to pick somebody to put up there. And I think that logically, Frenchie went into it trying to make logical decisions on who needs to go. But his plan kept backfiring because of stuff happening in the house. And he had to keep revealing his hand to the point to where he revealed his hand so much that he ended up, making a lot of people feel sketchy about him. But one thing that I do want to ask all of y'all, this is why, y'all come in close. And this is not to offend white people, I promise. I'm not trying to offend y'all. But y'all, the black people done made an alliance called, wait for it, y'all, wait for it. Drum roll, please. The Cookout. The black players in the game have solidified an alliance called the Cookout. And I'm thinking that when they came up with this alliance called the Cookout, of course, y'all know they're going to be very selective on who could bring the mashed potatoes. Not the mashed potato, the potato salad. They said, and y'all, I'm making this up. Yeah, it's called the Cookout, Shelby. They said Frenchie cannot bring the potato salad. No. So, yeah, finally in the season of Big Brother, we have more people of color, black people, biracial people, different things like that, to where they can finally actually help each other and form alliances. Yeah, when I found out they had named that shit the Cookout, y'all, I like to die. I was like, not the Cookout. Well, who on the grill then? Who on the grill? Who frying the chicken? Who barbecuing? Who over there seasoning the meat? Who doing it? Who doing it at the Cookout? Who boiling the crawfish over there at the Cookout? Y'all, they got the Cookout. And so far, y'all, the Cookout is going well because, like I just told y'all, Kylan won head of household last night. Kylan was on that chopping block this week. If it were not for Derek X for saving him with the power of veto. And so now that Kylan is off of the chopping block, and Kylan is a part of the Cookout, my assumption is that everybody in the Cookout alliance is going to be safe this week. My assumption is that Kylan is going to keep the black people safe. And I know this might rub white people the wrong way, but y'all, I'm really just rooting for there to be a black winner. And I'm actually just happy that there are enough black people in there. I'm actually curious to see if they're going to be able to work together. Right, even 904. Who cooking the crabs? Who? But I just want to see the black people work together. That's it. I want to see them go far. I want to see them to persevere. I want to see all that. Now, I have to say about my favorites. So, when I first came last week, let me bring the thing back. So, I was telling y'all that Derek F., who is Derek Frazier, is my favorite. And Derek Frazier, again, is the son of Joe Frazier. And y'all, after I had found out about Derek, y'all, I done looked at a few documentaries about Joe Frazier. Like, I didn't even know that Joe Frazier, well, I knew of his name just because I've heard of the name. But to actually watch the documentaries of the things that he's done to affect the city of Pennsylvania, or the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and just how he helped with the different movements that black people went through. Like, I had no idea that he was the arch rival of Muhammad Ali, and that he was the first person to knock out Muhammad Ali, that he fought against George Foreman, all this stuff. But either way, Derek Frazier is still up in the game. He is my number one favorite. My second favorite is Tiffany. And I like Tiffany because she's the oldest person in the house, but she's a single mother of a 13-year-old son. And so she's there to try to win money for her son. But then Aja is up there at the top. And she's part African, like African. Not like African American, but actual African. And it's interesting because, unfortunately, I'm gonna get deep with y'all just because. But you know, I think a lot of African Americans have this bias and thought about African people because sometimes the men are disrespectful, or sometimes African people feel like they might be better than us and things like that. Like, I've heard that. I've not experienced it myself, but I've heard that story from a lot of African American people, black people. And so I have to imagine that there is truth to it. So I honestly wasn't sure how Aja was going to act in the house, or if she was going to be open to aligning with these other people of color, if she was going to be into any of that. But y'all, she been aligning with them, and y'all, so far they laying low. Just the fact that Kylan had won the HOH, that gives them a leg up going forward into the week ahead. What else? The game is interesting, y'all. It's sad that it seems like it's just a racial divide. I'm going to throw a prediction out here, and I don't know if I'm going to be right on my prediction. But I predict that there is going to be some type of racial divide, because as sad as it is to say, there are enough black people this season to actually not be helpless in the game. Like, every year, black people are somewhat helpless in the game. Like, not enough people to align with, not enough people to trust, not enough people to go forward with, and then they get picked off one by one by one by one. But this season, y'all, I really think that that's going to be different. Now that they have the Cookout Alliance, it's going to be different. But my question is, what is going to happen when the non-black players find out or get an inkling that there is a such thing as a Cookout Alliance? Now, season after season, we have always been the first targets anyway. So I just wonder, once they find out that there was an alliance and that black people actually trying to help each other and all that in the game, I wonder if it's going to be an issue, or if it's going to be a problem. If they're going to try to target the black people or whatever, I wonder. And y'all, I think it's really fucked up that even in life today, in the world today, we still have to look at things from a lens of race. But even though it's a messed up feeling to have to look at it that way, the fact is, it's a very problematic issue in society. And we watch it play out in this game year after year after year, season after season. Glitzy said, remember how silly David was with Davon and keep up. Girl, I do remember. And David and Davon really had hurt my feelings. Oh, Glitzy. Girl, I'm glad you asked. Girl, I wanted you to click my link because I want to talk to somebody who knows this game. Like, y'all, a sidebar while I'm getting this link. Y'all, I learned about the game of Big Brother because I was working at Men's Warehouse, and everybody that I worked with, and this was whenever I was about 21 years old, and everybody that I worked with watched this show. So that's all they talked about. Like, they water cooler talk was Big Brother. And the only reason why I started watching this show is because I felt left out of the conversations, because I'm like, they talking about this. I don't know what the hell they talking about. So let me see what they talking about. And that's what made me start watching the show. And from the point that I started watching it to end up being a part of the water talk, I done been a super fan since. And I get the live feeds, and I done been a fan going on like probably over 10 years now. Oh, Sean back here. Glitzy back here. Hey, Glitzy. Hey, Glitzy girl. What's good?
Hey.
What's good? How are you? Thank you for joining
I'm good.
me.
How are you? How's my sound? My sound is okay.
Yeah, your sound is fine. No,
Okay.
I just gotta, I gotta stunt with my equipment
I see you.
because I'm trying to be one of
I
these
see you,
recap
girl.
stuff.
I see you. I see you. Look, when you asked about what was really going to happen once the white people actually realize it, think back to the first season of Celebrity Big Brother. As soon as they found out that Keisha Knight Pulliam and Omarosa were they thought they were aligned, and when they heard them say the words black girl magic, they went into a
Hmm.
panic.
They
Ross
did.
and them started making up stuff, and I'm like, they're not doing anything different than the other guys were doing, but they were trying to. This was the only time I was really on Omarosa's side about anything, but
Girl,
they were maligning
I
her.
think everybody liked Omarosa
Right,
after that. Because
right.
yeah, it was like Omarosa, okay, like you really are for the cause. Like
Right.
Omarosa stood her ground.
Right, because she was not doing anything wrong. She was not doing anything that the white people were not doing, but they were accusing her of all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, where are you get? Ross made me so mad. I used to like Ross. After that, I was like, forget you, man.
Yeah, I didn't like well, I liked Ross at the beginning, but then I stopped
Me
liking
too.
him and that other girl. Who was the girl that he was friends with? Marissa?
Marissa,
Yeah.
Marissa, but
I
you know what? Marissa rode his coattails the whole game, and I'm glad
mm-hmm,
she beat him because Ross was a dirty player,
mm-hmm.
especially with the black people.
No, I agree with that. I agree. And that's one thing, like a really truth about being a gay person in America is that a lot of the times, whenever you encounter these societal scenarios like this, you feel like you have to choose about your blackness or your gayness. But I've learned from experience that blackness is really where I will get the most refuge,
Right.
comfort.
Because we
Because
love people no matter what. You know,
right. I
we
mean,
take
I
everybody
will
in.
say, the black community lets me down sometimes, but I just know I've encountered so many gay people like Ross and how he played that game
Hmm.
and how he viewed people, black gay people up in that game,
Right.
that when you encounter that much, you just kind of be like, no. I,
Yeah.
I, I would rather just go about myself and just claim my black side. Like if I ever went to Big Brother, I would still be gay there, but I don't know that I would do a gay alliance. Like
I
I would
think
be a
yeah,
part
that
of
would because the only way you could do a gay alliance is if the majority were black, because you know they would you would be with them until the end. Like if you were the final five, if we're five gay people, you would be the first one to go. If it
it.
was four whites and you would be the first one to leave.
Right, right. And that's the thing because I'm like, if I had to get into like a minority alliance in there, because in Big Brother they always have like a women's alliance. They have now we got a black alliance, but then normally it's the gay alliance. And I just always sit back and watch everybody and how they deal with it in the game, and I wonder which one would be beneficial to me. And I've honestly always wished that there were enough black people for it to be a black alliance. So that's why I'm happy about the cookout.
I am too. I am too. I think, every year they say Big Brother rigs it for somebody to win. Well, if they rig it for somebody to win, they need to rig it for somebody black to win this year.
Mm.
Or somebody um a minority to win. Let's put it that way. Because it, minorities have never stood a chance. Like even
Mm.
when like what season was that? 4 or 5 when it was when
You talking
oh
about when Danielle Reyes?
yep, with
Danielle
Danielle and
Reyes was
Marcel.
she was season three. Season three.
Yeah, with Danielle and she and Marcel could have gone to the end together if she had played it right. But
Mhm.
I mean, I guess she's fine with it because in the end, she and that guy have a podcast together. Did you what's his what I can't think of his name. I'm sorry.
I know who you're talking about. I
The
think
guy that won.
uh-huh. Yeah, but the weird thing is even Danielle was cheated out of that. Like,
She was.
yeah, because she
That's
played the best game. She should have
she
been.
did, and that's why I thought she would have been better off with Marcel because at least she would have had a better chance of winning.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, she chose to do what she chose to do. So
Yeah, but I know that podcast that you're talking about because I'm subscribed to them actually, but I can't think of the dude's name. I think his name is Mark.
uh, it's
I don't know.
something like that.
Yeah, but it's Danielle and him because they were the alliance that people didn't think were actually happening because they were like polar
Right,
opposites.
right,
Where he was like the white guy, she was the black woman. I remember they used to meet up and play chess together and talk game and strategy.
right.
But no, I feel you on that. And I think that with the Danielle thing, that was kind of messed up. I've seen so many times where you just get outnumbered in the game.
You
So
do.
that's the reason why I've been hell bent on making sure that I get consistent with this because this is pretty much the most diverse cast that I've seen.
It really is. It is
Mhm.
absolutely because which season when everything really went bad with all the racist
Season
comments.
15. Season 15.
My
When they
daughter
was
has
up in there
not watched
flipping
since
over
that
people's
season.
beds and shit like that.
Yeah, that's right. My
They
daughter
did
has
that
not
to
watched since
Howard.
that season because she was like, well, she didn't get it. In private school, they were going to school. Both of my older kids went to all black schools,
Mhm.
good school, but an all black school. And then she homeschooled and she did lots of things with primarily white kids because she was in Atlanta Young Singers, right?
Mhm.
So she had this. She already was starting to get irritated with some of those kids because they would touch her hair, like when she would get it braided and stuff, and that would
Mhm.
irritate her. And then that season just blew everything up for her. She was like, "How can you watch that show? It's so racist." I'm like, but the good thing was after they got out of the house, they suffered consequences. Those people lost their jobs.
Yeah, Arian. You talking about
Yeah,
Arian? She lost
yeah.
her job, and it was a few. But the
Uh,
thing
the
about
girl,
that season, that was the season that made me get the live feeds because
yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a
The
big difference.
live feed is a whole different thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Once
And
because I hate the edits sometimes because I'm like, you're not because they edited it going back to Omarosa, they edited Omarosa really, really bad.
mhm,
They made Ross smell like a rose when Ross and Marissa were horrible
mhm,
and Omarosa was not. When I mean, it was like they tried to make black girl magic meant something was something racist when people say something about because when she said it was about doing hair when Keisha had
mhm.
washed her hair and it was how it curls up and then she blow after she finished blow drying it and it was straight. She was like, oh, the black girl magic. And they just, I mean, cover your
I
purses.
I think that they took it and ran with it because at that time, Black Lives Matter was like something that was
N-
upsetting people, which I cannot
Right.
understand why. But no, that season, that same season that your daughter got fed up with, that's what made me actually get the live feeds because I
Okay.
used to be a casual watcher where I just watched it on TV.
Me too.
But when
I,
I saw TMZ kept reporting about this bullshit happening
right.
on the live
Right.
feeds up in the house, that's what made me went on the head and said, "Girl,
Yeah,
let me
because you
pay
can
my money."
really see things. I mean, yes, they cut the feeds off, but you really can really see what's going on, and you get to switch cameras and see the different shots of what's really happening, and that makes me. I love it. I didn't do it yet. I kept saying I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna have. After I watched it last night, I said I'm gonna get the feeds because I have to see what's going on this weekend, and I want to know who ends up. Who he ends up nominating
Well, and that's the thing.
beforehand.
I think that Kylan is loyal to the cookout. Nah,
I think
he
he is too.
right. Like it would be such a blow to the people in the live feeds if he nominated people that were in that alliance. But so far, I've only seen him be loyal to the cookout and then like the little guys alliance that he had
His
with
little, yeah,
but he only had that just to make sure that he was safe. But the interesting
right.
thing is, one thing I do think, Glitzy, girl, I'm gonna have to get used to calling
I,
you Glitz.
it's
But
okay. If you call me my real name, I won't be mad.
no, I gotta respect you. Um, but the one thing that I did notice about the alliances and things like that that Colin has, he has said that he is going to he or at least last week, well, I guess like 2 days ago on the feeds, he said he was targeting Derek X, and that's the same motherfucker
What?
that used the power veto on him. Yes,
Oh my goodness. Oh,
yes.
so maybe he really is. See, because really, when you stop and think about it, though, four people are in your group, and then isn't he in a group where he's the only person of color? So that
I
means,
So I think so, but I think that he's just trying to target Derek
but I
X.
wouldn't try to get Derek
Easy.
X out. No, I would leave Derek X alone because he saved me. But when you stop and think about it, though, that's half the house. When you're in a secret alliance like that, that's a big alliance. His secret
Mm-hmm.
alliance is huge. So he doesn't have a lot of people to pick from. But dag, not Derek X. Okay,
Yeah, it just
I'm gonna get the
yeah,
feeds once we finish.
it just don't look right now because it's
Right.
like
It's too
this
soon.
this man is the reason why you wasn't on the block and probably the reason why you didn't go home. So why?
Exactly. And and it'll make him look just as bad as Frenchie is looking right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean
Because it's like it's I mean, it's not he didn't give he and Derek X didn't I mean, he didn't give him his word, but that's like going back on your word. Somebody take you off the block. That's I mean, that's kind of like going back on your word. If somebody saved me, it's unspoken. I'm not going to put them up on the block at least for the next week.
hell, at least for the next couple of weeks. Like hell, you took
I
me off the
agree.
block, bitch. You ain't going up the whole season. Bitch, sit
Right.
down, put your feet up. If I don't want,
Right.
girl, don't worry about shit. But I'm just like, what is he
Right.
for? But then it seems that many people up in the house got mad with Derek X for using that veto to save Colin. So I feel like Colin is using Derek X as a scapegoat because people are mad at him anyway.
Okay.
But again,
Okay. That
but
makes
that still
sense.
discourages people from playing their own game. I can't
That
stand the game
does.
whenever people ain't playing for themselves. Like, do
I
what you
agree.
think is going to
I
be
agree.
best
You
for
have to
you.
look at what's best for your game ultimately. Even when you're in an alliance, you have to look at your own game first. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's just yeah, I agree. That's the bottom line. But so many people don't know how to balance that. But if you look at uh, are you are you in any of the Facebook groups? Like,
Yeah, I'm in a couple of them.
they're real quick to want to kick block people because they support black people. Um,
Hmm.
and I think it's sort of sad. Do, uh, do you know that there is a black? Well, they call it. It's not called directly black, but it's called urban something group for black people. So they started a group because like when they every time they would notice somebody commenting on something, and then they started talking about how they were getting kicked out of the groups and stuff. And so somebody inboxed me and asked me, well, would you like to join our group because we can talk freely about exactly what we're doing right now.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
see, I'm a part of a few groups, but
I'm a part of
I
a few.
I didn't know about that one. But like,
Okay,
and even I spend the most
I'll
time
try to
on
find you on
Twitter.
Facebook, and then I'll add you.
Yeah, and
I'll
I'm
try.
really yeah. Well, you know my name. You know my name.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
You better know my name. But I'm on Twitter. a lot. It's crazy. I don't even mess with Twitter all year round, but when it's time for Big Brother, that's the only time I log into my Twitter.
Oh, yeah, because the spoilers get on
Mhm.
Twitter faster than Facebook because they seem to come. And then what's the other one? Jokers.
Joker's
Because
updates. Joker's updates.
Jokers update.
Hmm.
Don't
Yep.
when I be trying to hold out on not getting the feeds, I be refreshing Jokers.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I like about Twitter is that all you have to do is type in the hashtag BB23,
Mm-hmm.
and you could just see all types of stuff what you done missed. And sometimes they posting like video clips. Like it's funny how I see the controversy in the beef sector of YouTube about Stop Line TV and him putting stuff up.
Oh, really?
But yeah, well, yeah, like Stop Line TV lost the channel because Stop Line TV was like posting the cliff notes of people's videos and beefs and stuff. But in all
Okay.
actuality, what Stop Line TV was doing is the same
He
thing
was
that people
doing
do on
as
Twitter.
Billie Jean. Okay.
No, I'm saying
Okay.
that people do it on Twitter for Big Brother. Like
Right.
people go and get the live feeds and just take like 15 seconds of this.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen
And
that.
so that's
But
what I
you,
think the Stop Line TV was doing, but ended up getting flagged by Sir King. And so they ended up losing the channel. But
oh
I said
wow.
all that to say not to really incorporate the beef sector, but just to say um Twitter is where I get my cliff notes for Big Brother. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
and then like a lot of the times, yeah, I will go to Joker's update, but that's only if I feel like reading. Like because a lot of the times on Twitter, the people will actually load the video clips.
Yeah, they do. They
Mhm.
absolutely do.
Where like in the video clips, especially on the live feeds, where they be whispering, they be like, "Let me tell you what we about to do."
Mm-hmm.
About to go, they be whispering and stuff.
Right.
You get to see, and then you get to really see who is really loyal with who is backstabbing who. You don't necessarily have to wait for the confessionals.
I like that. And for people who've never followed the feeds, they don't even realize that in the confessionals, they might make them do the exact same confessional 3 or 4 times until they get the edit right.
Mhm.
So it's better for you to have the feeds for you to actually see, because the confessional is not necessarily what you really the actual events, are the person's actual feelings, because they edit it so much.
Not only that, but the confessional is not reliable anyway. Because if you the BB fan, like what I think you are, which I'm sure you are, you remember when they had Team America?
Right, you're right.
Confessionals got thrown out the window
They
because
sure
they
did.
was really just playing to what America wanted them to say or want them to do, because this is the task, this is the challenge. So you really didn't get to know genuinely who was really aligned with who was really dealing with who.
Right.
Because they would go into the confessionals and just make it whatever America wanted them to talk about.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah, so
I
with
would
the
always
fees
say
it's
that.
different.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And it helps you. And every now and then I go sit in, and I generally don't say anything. I just go and watch and see what other people say in the chat rooms.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, in the
just
feed,
huh?
you talking
In the
about the feed?
feeds. Yeah, the
Girl,
chat rooms in the
girl, I'm a veteran over there. You think I'm a YouTube veteran? Oh no, I'm a
See, I be scared
big
because
brother. I'm
they
gonna
be
tell you
trying to
what chat
time
room we
people
be
out
in.
too much for your opinion. Especially when if especially it was really bad with like I said, with Celebrity Big Brother the first year. It
Mhm.
was really bad. You could barely say anything, and they were timing people out, and I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? you
But
know
that's because you are in those public rooms that CBS made. But then there is
oh,
also the option for private rooms where actual people make these private chat rooms. And
okay,
I done been a part of this one chat room for about 6 years. Like
okay,
every year, whenever I show back up, they call me
okay,
JDD over there.
okay,
JDD. And I be like, yeah, it's me.
okay.
But look here, I was controversial over there before. When I be
Oh,
on the feeds and I see the black people get mistreated, oh, you don't think I be typing my ass off? They would
okay.
really call me a keyboard gamer.
See, that's why sometimes I had gotten to the point where I would stop because I'm like, these people, it's like they time you out for nothing, and it's just not worth it.
Right. And hey to Polo and hey to Luke A. And thank you, Taylor May, for joining
Hey, hey,
B.
Polo.
Everybody. But yeah, I'll tell you the chat room that I'm in, and typically on a busy day, it might be 20 people up in there.
Oh, that's
So it's
good.
really just low
So
key.
you can really get, yeah, because
Mhm.
that's always been my thing. I see people always flock to those big rooms, and I'm like, you can't really share information in the bigger chat rooms.
Right. And they do have more moderators monitoring those bigger rooms. So that's why you
Right,
get timed out so much. But
right.
like the little room that I'm in, it might be 20 of us in there at one time, but only like 8 people typing. And again, we have had this same room consecutively every year for years, like over 5 years. So
Okay.
everybody is used to everybody. And it's interesting year by year to come back and see who else returns.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, like even with YouTube, like where you actually lose people,
Right. And
like
then you don't know what happened.
over there, like we done lost like a 2 people before in our YouTube chat.
Oh
Or no,
wow.
I mean our Big
Oh
Brother.
wow.
Yeah, where we was used to seeing them every year, and then one year they didn't show up. But luckily, they ended up being friends with this one, and they gave a phone number to this one, and that's where
Right.
this one will come in and say, "Oh, well, the reason why you don't see this person anymore is because they passed away or something like that."
Wow.
So it's really tight knit in the room that I'm in.
That's good.
So
That's
I
good.
I will give it to you via the text. I don't want to say
Okay.
it on here because people love to troll me over here.
I
I ain't
got
got
you.
time for them to find me on Big Brother and be trying to troll.
Right. Big Brother is totally it's a different phenomenon than
Mhm.
YouTube.
Right.
Um, I've played on Facebook before. One year I played a season. I got I was fourth. I got kicked
Huh.
out fourth, but I was the only black person that got selected. You had to submit like a little application, and I was like shocked I got chosen, but I got fourth. And then um you really had to chat, like, and they would screenshot your chats in your from your inbox and
Mhm.
put it so there was an actual audience. But if you were a player, you couldn't see what the audience said until the end. And then they did it like the finale, just pretty much kind of like they do on Big Brother, except like people submitted questions and they could ask us questions while we made certain decisions. It was fun. um
I played virtually one time with this same because like this particular chat room that I'm talking about, the person who started that chat room made a whole Facebook group. And I played, but ours was it was basically like one person who did it was basically trivia based. And
oh,
like there
okay.
would be competitions at certain times.
We had
And like,
comps, but it would be like one time we had to find things, like they wouldn't tell us what it would be before, obviously. But
mhm,
like one thing, like we would have to take a picture and upload, send it to, to show that we had it. But it was like a scavenger hunt in your house, like
hmm.
a toothbrush. I mean, they legitimately tried to mimic real Big Brother. Because I remember
So
one year.
yeah,
Yeah.
so yours was deeper than ours because ours was really trivia based. So
Oh no.
all the competitions were always about being a BB historian or a BB super fan. So you won the competitions for your team based on how accurately you answered the questions and who answered it quickly, that type of thing. But no, we didn't do no scavenger hunts and stuff. So
Yeah, we
y'all
did a
can carry on.
scavenger hunt. We in fact we did so much stuff. I had to have an epidural for my back.
Oh, wow.
For right before uh, so I had to tell the admins, look, this is what I'm gonna be going through. So we need to do something a little bit more simple. I can't do anything physical. And then we had to change. We had to all agree. We changed it so that one day we wouldn't. That one day we wouldn't have a competition, but like I mean, legit were chatting with one another, doing everything. It was, I mean, it was a lot. It
Oh,
was a lot. Hey, Vegas girl.
yeah, I see Vegas girl. Hey, Vegas girl. Yeah, that's something. I would have loved to have been a part of a group like that. Yeah, our group was really just knowledge based, and it was just based on all the seasons. So,
Well,
like
then
for a
that made it
competition,
easier in a way.
with
Um,
what you
uh,
talking about with y'all's or with
I,
ours?
with yours, because like it ended up like it took time because you really had to build the relationships. You know, if the way you guys were doing it, you had to have you had to have a social game the way we played it. If you didn't have a
Well,
social game,
us too, though, because
okay,
like, you had to have alliances because
right,
whether
we
you
had
won the
alliances,
competition or not, they could still put your ass up till they
right,
won it out. And
right,
so you did. You had to align with the people. But like for example, it'll be like HOH competition at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you wouldn't even know what the competition was. But you better logged up into your motherfucking Facebook at 5
right,
p.m. up in the group.
but but
Otherwise, you was gonna miss the competition. If you missed
right,
it, then now you
yeah,
at the mercy
ours
of
was
everybody else.
like that too. Hey, Houston,
Mhm.
Brad.
Hey, Houston Bread.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, Houston Bread. Houston Bread been doing her thug thizzle. You know
Yeah,
what to do.
I know she's been she does her but I just lately it's just been a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But but I was I I miss it. I miss hearing it. But yeah, I'm excited about this season though. I'm excited about, you know, about the diversity. I'm excited about, you know, how they're teaming up.
Mm-hmm.
What I was trying to say with Frenchie is that he was trying, like, you're absolutely right. You don't know who to put up when whoever is first is in a bad position being first.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't play hard. Usually everybody be trying to ask, well, who do you think I should put up this time? Who do you know, they be trying to get, but he just, oh, you straight pimping now.
But I only put these on because it's funny. These sunglasses are green and they always match whatever is on the green screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like I put it on just because I kept it here. But no, I mean this season is it's sad that you I don't I for a long time I wouldn't feel optimistic. It's several seasons of Big Brother, even with me being a super fan and paying for the fees, where I would just get discouraged halfway through because
Right.
it just was not a fair game. And like especially like with Davon, girl, Davon was my heart now.
I love Davon. I
Girl,
love Davon. Ooh, Houston Red. Wait a minute. Semi relationship now? Oh
girl,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Houston
I'm
Houston
late,
Brad
late.
over there. She over
Oh,
there getting her feet wet in a new lady pony and
okay.
thing.
I'm proud of you, Houston Red. Not that I didn't think you had it in you, but you know, I haven't been but really, to be honest, it's me. I haven't been around so as much. So with the combination of us both not being around, that it's easy to miss one another.
Yeah, well, that's what she over there doing, trying to get married and shit like that. And so I'm just like, look here, Houston Brad. You can
She don't
fly
want
on
me
the
to talk about her new relationship. I
side.
look, I want the tea.
Look, she gonna say, keep it on Big Brother. Oh, now you care about Big Brother.
Right.
Meanwhile, my first time
Look, I
doing
want the tea. I
my
still want to talk about Big Brother, but
my
I
first
want the
time
tea
doing
too.
a Big Brother review, Houston Brad was like, people still watch that? What?
Oh
People
my God.
and
Yes.
I'm like, yes, they fucking watch it. Oh my god. That's like for old
Super,
people. Like,
man, they
oh,
have super fans.
right, we
Yep,
are. And I gotta remember it's
exactly.
my clean channel, so I can't be cussing Houston Bread out over here like I normally would. I have to be on my best behavior. But but yeah, Houston Bread was like, people still watch that. She was
Oh
like,
my
they watch Big
goodness.
Brother and Survivor, and I'm like, yes.
Yes. And I like Amazing Race too.
I like Amazing Race, but I'm not dedicated to it like I am Big Brother and Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
but I
Amazing
will
Race.
watch Amazing Race. But that's only like if I really don't have anything else to watch, then I will watch it.
Well, at least it's not for me. I like it because it's not as you can watch it any time of the year because it's not as big of a commitment. You
Mhm.
only have to commit 1 hour a week if you're gonna watch it. So I can record them and I can watch them all on one week in one weekend.
Right.
So
No, that's true.
it's fun.
Houston Bread trying to give me a compliment on my skin. Thank you, Houston Bread. This
It
is the
does. Your
reason why.
skin does look nice.
Yeah, thank you. I've been doing my best with my water and stuff. That's why Houston Bread, I was
Good.
telling you that I needed the water fountain. That's why I said about the water fountain. Um, but yeah, I've been trying to just drink more water and take my vitamin supplements. I done started taking like little the little elderberry shots and like immunity
Okay.
shots and things like
Right.
yeah,
Oh, good.
I've been trying to take the
Good.
one of
Good.
those per day. It has been helping. So yeah, I just been trying to work on these guns. Get up in this fitness, you heard?
Hopefully I'll be able to join you. Start working out again soon.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure that you will, but I mean, you got to feel better first. Like I'm actually
Right.
shocked to see you because I know you haven't been feeling too well.
Yeah. This is like the longest I've been on, and I don't know how long. So,
Well, see, and
but
I'm
it
happy
feels
about
good.
that because I thought
It
I was.
feel-
Hmm?
it feels good to be back, and for fun, not for a mess.
Right, and for us to actually be able to talk about this game right here.
Right.
I'm
Because
telling
I
you,
never have anybody to talk to about it anymore.
girl. You know I'm gonna be over here. That's why I got to make sure I keep this up so that I can be consistent.
Yeah, if you keep it up, and then we can talk about it in between if you want to have something planned
Hmm.
so we don't be
Oh
all
yeah,
over the place.
yeah.
I'm
No,
willing.
and I would do that too because like I've been using this channel to actually go to like Big Brother sectors and network with
Okay.
them. Yeah, in
Oh,
order
okay.
for more people to come. Um, I found out the lady Bright Star. Sometimes she be on this channel, but I see her a lot in the beef sector. But she not really that messy. But like she be all over the Big Brother sector, and I found her in the Big Brother sectors last year, where I was
Oh,
just
okay.
over there supporting other people, and I saw Bright Star, and I was like, Bright Star, is that you? I was like, is that the same one? And she was like, yeah, hey J Dunn, and I was like, what? I'm like, but it's crazy because
We don't know what people's real interests are. We
right,
don't take that time here. Yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense.
and yeah, like even like the lady Miss Playful. Miss Playful was like huge Babe Nation, a moderator. And like, of course, I know she like to do like the pictures, the drawings, and things like that
Right.
for people. But she loved Big Brother. She a super fan. She be up in the
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
And then even
cool.
somebody had told me that they done seen me in the chats before. It was a
Oh,
random
wow.
person that told me that. Yeah, but I mean, I do go by JD Dunn over there. So I mean, I'm sure if you end up
They
being
know.
down there,
Yeah.
they're gonna know it's me. But I was just shocked at how many people actually watch it, but we don't have enough time to actually discuss these types of common interests because we always worried about the beef and the drama.
Right. Right. At this point in my life, I don't have time for the beef and the drama. So this
Hmm.
is my speed.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to be doing this more often, Sean. We have been
Okay.
at almost 1 hour. Do you want to have some closing words for us? Because I'm trying to figure out how often I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do it like once or twice a week. But I
Okay.
just know that I had to come and do it tonight because we just had an eviction last
Right.
week, and then we had the head of household last night.
Right. You at least Friday nights, Thursday or Friday nights
That's what I'm
at the
thinking.
least.
Hmm. Yeah, and then maybe I might come with like some type of spoiler stuff on a
That
Sunday.
would be fun. That
Right,
would be
because I be
fun.
watching the feeds and I'll come here and spoil
Right.
about what is going on.
That
Um
would be fun.
yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, maybe if I did it Friday and Sunday, that would put me on the routine and the schedule. And I will definitely always check in with you to see if you are available if you want to discuss
Yeah,
because
that would be fun. I'd enjoy that. Give you
Okay, good.
something to look forward to.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, because like I do Dykes on the Loose on my other channel with Houston Bread on Monday nights. But then maybe if like Friday and Sunday, perhaps I do Big Brother stuff on this channel, then maybe that'll help me get some consistency to try to build this channel and grow it. But then also to talk to people like you who have interests outside of the drama and the fuckery.
That's exactly. I think that's right. No more Miss Houston bread. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to catch you live one day and see.
Houston Bread messy as hell.
She said, "Look," and then she even said, "Miss Sean," talking about we don't do mess no more, Miss Sean.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised she even trying to be on her best behavior right now.
She might be her boo might be sitting next to her.
Right. Yeah, she just putting up a front, you know. Me and Houston Bread did a funny little live today. It was an impromptu live on my main channel. So you may want
Oh,
to check that
uh,
one out if you just want to laugh about some stuff because
that sounds like a good.
we didn't even have nothing to really be talking about, but we was up there talking for like almost an hour and a half or so.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah. But yeah, well, okay. Well,
Well,
oh, I was gonna let you say your final words before I ended the live.
my final words is just I'm excited about the season. I can't wait to see what'll happen. I'm excited about the diversity, and I hope the diversity that they put in the house is reflected in who wins.
I would agree with that. I'm just interested to see how the game unfolds. I'm happy for once. I don't feel like I'm going to give up midway through the season.
I
'Cause
feel like that.
when all of the people that I like get put out of there, then I give up,
Yeah, me too. I do that too.
and then
Thank
I
you,
just
Lou
don't even want
A.
to watch it no more. Yeah,
Thank you very much. I
but so
needed
yeah,
and
hopefully
accepted.
this season will be much better than the seasons that we saw in the past.
I certainly agree. That's a good note to end on.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me, Sean. And
You're
I will be in
welcome.
touch with you, especially now that I know that you are interested in discussing it with me.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
this is just laid back, this is just J Dunn chilling at the house, doing what she do outside of the yelling and the rah rah rah.
Ooh, I don't want to hear you yelling. Like my damn video with that mic.
See, girl, I don't know. I don't even care about if they like the video or not over here. Because that's the thing. This is a new audience of people that I'm trying to get. And so if they come in and they didn't like the video, I don't take it personally. But over
Right,
here on that other channel, they be up
right. But
there thick as thieves, not liking the video on purpose. And that's what be pissing me off about it. Like, bitch, how the fuck is 200 of y'all up in here and only got 3 likes? Get the fuck on.
right. Well, you know they like to lurk. So
Right. But I can't even be cursing over here though, because I have to tell you, Glitzy, that my auntie does have this channel. I gotta keep remembering. Like I share this channel with my relatives and on my Facebook and social media and stuff.
okay.
And I
So
shared it
yes,
so that they
please
could
do
see my
that.
weight loss
Behave.
progress. Because I want
Okay.
them to see me losing weight on here with the juicing and stuff. But I have to
Okay.
always remember, because whenever I get ready to act up and cuss over here, I have to remember that no, this audience is different.
Y- Yeah, you have to behave.
Mm,
We'll remind you. We'll
right.
keep you on your toes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah, well, okay. Well, I will go ahead and I typically play the Big Brother song as the outro.
Okay. All
Um
right. I'm gonna drop down, and
all
everybody
right.
have a good night.
Thank you, and thank you for joining me. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Bye
bye.
bye.
So y'all, that's that about that. And yeah, my auntie do be here lurking, y'all. She coming over here to look at my weight loss progress. That's why she over here. Now she do know I be cursing and stuff, but I just don't want to curse in front of her. I don't want to act a fool. But either way, we about to go out. Look at my glasses, y'all. We about to get out of here. Thank you to everybody for coming over to support. Thank you, Sean, so much for being my special guest. I appreciated having you here. I appreciated our topic of discussion. Take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. Bye, y'all.